everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So good to see you guys again, and another day, another update. So here's today's update. So in the morning, I was pretty surprised to find out that US had actually marked Canada as level 4, which is essentially do not travel there. And within a few hours, they had essentially said it's a mistake, you guys, and made sure that it went to level 3. Level 3 again is reconsidering traveling. So essentially, you should reconsider travel. Again, these are all travel advisory and not a travel ban. Essentially, travel advisory are like hey, these are our advices. Take it or leave it, and if you proceed to do so, you're doing at your own risk. So these are all travel advisories. So the reason why Canada has spiked to level 3 is because of the spike in cases with respect to Ontario. There are a lot of COVID cases, again the Delta variant, and it's just problematic everywhere. So again, Canada is seeing a higher rate of infection with regards to Delta variant in Ontario region at the moment. So because of which the travel advisory has increased from level 2 to level 3. So what does this mean at the moment? Nothing changes as such, in the sense things are as is. Right now the land border is still closed till September 21st, but the air travel is still open for people who want to travel into the country from Canada. So that's been open for a while now, except the land border, which is essentially a lot of people drive to the US who live in the border, essentially New York, Seattle. They go to Vancouver, a couple of places around the border. So that is closed, but air travel is still open. So this doesn't change anything. But because we're looking at the holiday weekend, a lot of people might want to travel to Canada and all that stuff, which is still open for US citizens, vaccinated US citizens, by the way. So this doesn't change anything. So what does this mean at the moment? I even saw a lot of White House press briefings, as I do every day, and I posted in this channel. No mention about removing travel restrictions and everything. Now that things have cooled down and people can focus on other things, I'm hoping that within the next week end, that is September, before September 11th or September 13th, we'll see some sort of traction with respect to this travel ban, or some sort of traction with respect to which our countries are open and all that stuff. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best, but definitely something by end of this month we're gonna get some sort of timeline with regards to what's gonna happen and all that stuff. So just be patient. I know a lot of people are anxious and they want to know more about this. So that's the reason I'm posting every day, because from what I see and observe and read, I just want to communicate in a video. So this is how it is. Now, with respect to Canada and everything, that put aside, what about the other countries? I'm getting a lot of comments and questions regarding whether should I travel to the Gulf for quarantining for 14 days or some other countries. So with regards to US, I know I covered Canada yesterday, so just see my previous video on that. With regards to US, you need to stay for 14 days. That I've said in all my videos, so make sure you quarantine for 14 days. So which are the countries that are suitable for this? So because UAE did open up yesterday for tourist visas, I kind of speculated that, to be very honest, because Qatar has been gaining a lot of people just for this purpose, and UAE needs a lot of money because they don't want to depend on petroleum and all that stuff. I'm from Dubai basically, so I know how it is, and I was just like, this is a really stupid move, just helping Qatar and not UAE being like, no longer taking tourist visa. So now they've opened it up, so which means that if you have a US stamped visa, that is B1, B2, or any sort of visa stamped, you can stay in the country. On arrival visas are all open, and you don't really need to apply through a travel agent or through the website like Emirates or anything. You can just use any sort of flight carrier, Fly Dubai, Indigo, which are pretty common, Air India. A lot of flights are flying to Dubai. Can use that. So then it's opening up, and that's great news. So how much would that totally cost? So I just did a rough estimate. For example, from India to any place in the US, let's just keep it as a higher limit of $1,000. And then from your hotel stay, there are a lot of hotels in Dubai which range from $25 per day to 30-40. Let's assume that you're using the cheapest option, which is $25, which are like the airport hotels, which is like near the airport, and you get shuttles in and out of the airport every 15 minutes. You get free breakfast, so that the cheapest option is 25 dirhams. Round trip, so one way trip is about $1,700. I'm just calculating your taxi fare and everything, so that's how it's coming up approximately for one person. So this is including your 14-day stay, one way ticket to the US. Round trip can cost a little bit more, but definitely about 1400 to 1700. This is like extremely bare minimum cost. Obviously there's costs like food and everything, sightseeing if you are interested, so those all are going to be added up. With regards to mobility, Dubai is a lot more mobile with respect to Doha. There's metro transport, and it's very, very easy. It's a very small city, so you can travel in and around. People are extremely friendly, and they'll help you in case you're stuck. People who are coming from India, the mode of language again is English. You can speak in English, you don't need to speak in Arabic, and also a lot of people speak in Hindi in case you find it tough to speak in English. So it's very, very easy to travel. Again, I wouldn't recommend quarantine option if you don't have like a very critical or urgent trip to come to the US. If you can still wait it out, I would definitely ask you to wait it out, and we should see some sort of traction very, very soon. So this is how much the cost is coming. As far as safety is concerned, Dubai is a very, very safe place, and you don't really need to worry about anything in Dubai. I've been there for all my life, so it's fairly safe and all that stuff. So these are the tips and everything that I can find with regards to Dubai. When you consider another city, for example, another popular routine is Doha. Doha costs just a bit more. When I did my research, the travel hotels near the airport or in and around ranges up to $45 to $50. It's a little bit more expensive, considering Indians don't really need a visa to come there, so it's very popular, and a lot of hotels and everything are hiking up the price. So again, Doha is a little bit expensive, and you need to pay a little bit more money, but if you find that option viable, go ahead. Now, the other difference between Doha and Dubai is also the fact that in Doha, if you come to quarantine, they make it mandatory for you to have a Qatar SIM card. So again, these costs start adding up on and on. So I definitely recommend Dubai over Qatar now that the travel tourism is open. But given that you do have to pay for your on-arrival visa in Dubai, and you don't have to pay anything in Qatar. So these are the differences over there. As for Mexico option is extremely expensive. Ticket alone starts costing around $2,000. Mexico City or cities around Mexico aren't very safe. There's a lot of theft involved and all that stuff. So if you want to choose a country in the North America, just so that you don't have much of a hop when you go to the US, feel free to use Mexico, but again, it doesn't really matter on a larger scale when you want to quarantine for 14 days and then get to it. People who travel from Mexico are a little bit more scrutinized because of all the southern border issues and everything. So feel free to choose whatever option works out for you. Obviously there's money and everything that are for concern. So these are about the travel and everything, but as far as my predictions are considering, very, very soon we're going to see some sort of traction with these countries. As far as under the ban list, which all countries are improving, is essentially India, which is the only country which is in level 2. Shenzhen area, again, there are a couple of countries which are level 3, level 4. There are very few countries which are level 2, so for them to actually open up, they would consider bigger countries like France, other countries like Germany, everything to be at a lesser level. So that's there. There's also other countries like Iran and all that stuff. So for them to actually open it up, they need to have some sort of traction, at this certain level. So again, like I find very ironic that for them to put a ban is super easy, but it's taking so much effort to actually remove it, and they're like looking us with a microscopic vision, saying that whether we can remove it or not. What is the criteria for removing it? It is essentially that you need to have under less than 500 cases or 400 cases per 100,000 people. So that is the criteria. So very less rate of infection. I'm also worried that a lot of people have been checking Indian channels as well. They're discussing about the third wave. So that's really scary for me as well, because in the sense, like, if the third wave is increasing and the cases start rising up again, whether they'll actually have an incentive to open up. So before the third wave begins, if we see some sort of traction with respect to opening it up, it will be great. So what can you do to ensure that third wave doesn't happen? Definitely stay vaccinated, you guys. It's very important, not just for you guys, but actually opening up the country and everything. A lot of people are stuck there. So if you aren't vaccinated, make sure you get vaccinated, just for the welfare of the people and the country as well. So that's all for this video. If I learn more about the travel updates and everything, I'll definitely post another video. Let me know down in the comments what sort of questions you have and everything. I'll try my best to answer. There are a lot of things just I don't know, like when are the embassies opening up fully and everything. As far as I know, embassies are opening, but they're operating at a very limited scale. So in case you have any sort of urgent issue, definitely mail the embassy, work with the local authorities to have your needs treated and everything. So that's all y'all for today's video. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button and definitely subscribe to this channel so that I can post more videos like this. And that is all, y'all. See you later in another video. Bye.